Hello, people. A very welcome back to you. It's been a while I came up here, but remember, I always have you in mind. I'm always reading your comments, trying to respond individually to every person's need, and there is never a disconnect from us, right? So the channel remains raising wholesome kids, parenting for nation building, and parenting with calm. And today, I would like us to look at parental struggles, right? We're going to be looking at parental struggles and their possible solutions. Parental struggles and their possible solutions. Parenting is a beautiful thing. I always say that parenting is a very beautiful thing. It's a feeling that I don't know, I can't describe it, until you find yourself into that point where you begin to parent a little human. There will be no words to describe it to your comprehension. I'm very sure those who are already parents will understand where I'm coming from. It's a beautiful thing. It's a feeling that is indescribable, and you can't take it away from anyone who has, been through that journey. If you've ever felt frustrated, if you've ever felt like, are you sure I am doing the right thing? Those are all the feelings that comes with what with parenting. Those are all the feelings that come with parenting. At some point you begin to doubt yourself. You're doubting yourself. You're thinking, I'm not really sure. Am I even parenting well? Or is this child or are these children, going all out to frustrate my efforts? These are all the things that comes with parenting. And then you remember that time when you are all by yourself, possibly your head is on the pillow in your closet, in your bedroom. And then you remember something that these little humans um, do, or something they had done in the past. You bloom up with laughter. You just come alive. I don't know if it's only me, but I go through that a lot. I go through that a lot. Most times after dropping the child in school, and we must have had a comeback. Maybe that morning was heated up, like, "Ah, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this?" All the talk and talk and talk that we talk to our children. And then you drop off the child in school, you come back, you remember one beautiful thing, that the child did, and you just beam with laughter. And these are all the things that comes with parenting. But would you say there are no struggles? We have three three common struggles that cuts across everybody that is a parent. Be you a single parent, be you a man and woman living in the same house in a marital relationship and parenting. You know that in this zone we do not discriminate against anybody. A parent is a parent. Be you a single mother, be you a single father raising your child. We are all parents. We are all parents. We are all parents. So all of us have three basic struggles. Three that we struggle with. They are common to all of us. These three are common to all of us. They may be the fourth one, the fifth one, the sixth one that now comes with individualities and personalities. But these first three are common with all of us. So the number one struggle that we all have in common, number one struggle that we all have in common is tantrums and meltdowns. Yes, every child throws tantrums. Every child has that moment of meltdown. Most times, it's not even they don't melt down in private. They don't melt down at home. They melt down when you're out, when you've gone out, you're at the supermarket or you're at some function, and then your child just throws the tantrums or he melts down. Those are frustrating moments for parents. Those are moments parents feel like hiding their heads. You feel ashamed. You're like, why is this child trying to disgrace me? But please, no, this is where we make the mistakes. The child is not trying to frustrate you. The child did not plan from home to come out there and frustrate you. Every tantrum and meltdown is a communication need. These children are still developing. They don't have it all wrapped up how to communicate their needs, okay? They do not have it all wrapped up how to communicate their needs. So a tantrum and a meltdown is a need that is being communicated by your child. All you have to do is to do what? What are the solutions in times of tantrums and meltdown? Remain calm. You have to regulate yourself. It's only a regulated parent that can regulate um, a child. If you're not regulated yourself as a parent, I tell you, you cannot regulate your child. So, in the times of meltdown, remain calm. The shouting game never helps, because in this part of the world, what we do is you want to scream, you want to shout at your child, you want to open your eyes just the way I'm opening my eyes now, you want your eyeballs to be out there so that the child can be frightened. No, those things do not produce a result. Those things do not, they give immediate fright, but they don't make good communication. They don't how do I put it now? They don't teach. Every situation should be a teaching moment. Do you understand? So you remain calm, bring yourself to the level of your child. Bring yourself to the level of your child. So you could just bend a little bit with your knee and have a eye to eye contact with your child. Pull the child closer to yourself, pull him closer to yourself, and then make his feelings valid. Validate that moment for the child. Validate that moment for the child. So the child is here, you're just maybe tapping him at the back, tapping him at the back, tapping him at the back. After some time, you pull him, look at him, look straight into his eyes, pull him back again, let him know that that moment is valid by you. You find that the child will go calm in your chest. But if you start shouting, come on, shut up your mouth. What is this? Do you know where you are? Why are you shouting in public? Those things don't heal no results. Only a regulated parent can regulate and teach regulation of emotions. Regulations, those are emotions playing up. The child needs something, the child is uncomfortable with something, and then he wants to communicate. He wants to communicate. The best way he thinks he can communicate, especially for children between 2, 3, even 4, the best way they communicate is through throwing tantrums and meltdowns. So if you understand this, you will be doing what? You'll be parenting with calm. You'll be parenting with calm. Another thing that kills us is when we are out there and our children do all of these things, we want to show the mighty man in battle that we are. We want to show that we are all disciplined from home. No, a disciplined child, a child that is being disciplined from home, it doesn't hide. Discipline does not. A disciplined child does not hide. If you see them, you will know that they are being disciplined from home, that they are being regulated from home, that they are being molded properly from home. Do you understand? So when we go out there and our children do these things, and then in the eyes of people, because we want to play to the gallery that we are good parents, we are a no nonsense parents, we begin to shout at our children. No, 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 no. You have already failed ab initio. Because if you hadn't failed, your child will be regulated all through. Do you understand? Communication matters a lot in parenting. You don't begin to communicate when the child is already grown up. I started communicating from conception. From conception, that's when I started communicating. I'll be talking, the tummy was just there. I'll just be talking. I'll talk and I will laugh. And that's how when the child came out, we continued talking from age 0 to day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. I talk and I talk and I talk. That's how you develop a communication space with your child. And every moment is a teaching moment. Every moment is a teaching moment. So we've talked about remaining calm in times of tantrums. I've talked about validating their feelings. The next thing you want to do is choosing, offer choices. You want to offer choices rather than commands. Come on, stop doing that. Stop. No, 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 no. You offer choices. How do I mean offer choices? Okay, the child has gone into a meltdown. You've carried out those two things I said you should do. Stay calm and then validate, isn't it? The next thing is for you to offer choices. Okay, I can see it feels like you're really tired right now. You don't want to be out anymore. I think we should get back into the car so that we drive back home so that you can have a rest. I think you should do that. Do you want us to do that? Give him a choice, give her a choice to choose whether to leave that particular place or to stay put. If the child says to leave, please tidy up yourself and leave, because there is something in the mind of that child that he needs to communicate, but because he has not gotten it all wrapped together on how to pass his message across, he is only throwing tantrums. You understand? So do not give commands, offer choices. Do not give commands, offer choices. So that's the number one um, parenting struggle that we all have in common. Parenting struggle number two, this one. Balancing work and family. Balancing work and family. It's really, really exhausting having to parent properly 247 the way you would ordinarily want to parent, and also balancing your work so I always tell people, look for something that fits you. There is no one cap fits all here. If I decide to share my experience with you, and then you decide to adapt or adopt my experience, it may not work for you. So find a way around it. Do not allow your work or the fact that you're becoming a family person overwhelm you. We need you healthy. It's only a healthy parent that can raise healthy children. If you are stressed up, your mental stability is tampered with, it will rub off on your children. Okay, to rub off on your children. So what do we advise? No matter what you do, your children should not be raised by another person. You should be able to mold your children. I always tell people that the school does not even raise my child for me. The school only amplifies, the school only adds up to what I am doing from home. So when I look for schools, I'm not looking for the best structure or the school that gives me the best diction in this. What? No, no, no. Those are not the kind of things I look out for in schools. When I'm looking out for a school, I'm looking out for a school that can align with my family values. You understand? We have our family values. Where is that school? Which is that school that has the structure, that has a culture that aligns with our family values? So choosing a school is never a problem, it's never an issue for me, because I always find parents say, oh, I want a change of school, I don't know where to go to. No, it's never that with me, because I know what I'm looking for in schools, right? So mold your children no matter how challenging your work is. You could say, okay, I don't have all the time in this world. My work takes everything. And then somebody is raising your child for you. Please, I beg you. Because, I'm so particular about raising wholesome kids. And if you are not wholesome as a parent, I say this all the time. If you're not wholesome as a parent, you cannot raise a wholesome, you can't give what you don't have. You understand? The love that you can give to your child is the love that is innate. The love that is innate in you, that oozes out, that's the love that you can give to your child. Okay, so no matter how busy you are, always set aside either 10 or 15 minutes in a day. It could be in the evening when you come back, or it could be early hours of the morning. See, let me tell you what I do. I wake up every day by 5 a.m. I go straight into the kitchen. I fix the food that my child eats right from when he was small. That boy is 7 years old now. So for 7 years, he has been eating what I cook. You understand? Now, After the first 1 hour in the kitchen where I have to fix everything, prepare his fruit basket, prepare 2 meals that he takes to school because he stays in school all through the day. Right from when he was small, that child comes back from school not earlier than 5 o'clock. Yes, not earlier than 5 o'clock. So he takes a whole lot that carries him the entire day. And I prepare all of those things. I fix all of those things. After that first 1 hour, the second hour, which is from 6 now to 7, even if it is Kai, who can I call now? I was going to say Jesus Christ, but no, I don't want to be I don't want to go that route now. Anybody who calls me by that time, I don't pick, because that is the time for my child. That is our bonding. We have about 2 bonding moments. I'm going to tell you the second one. That 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock, where the boy has to have his bath, brush and dress up. That is our bonding moment. I don't mess around with that time at all. My phone goes, I never pick the calls. Now that the boy is growing and beginning to, be aware, sometimes he jokes around it. When my phone goes at that time, he will be like, that person that is calling, Mama is not going to pick your call. This is my time. Mama says, this time is my time. She doesn't pick no calls. That the boy knows that. He knows it. He knows it. So what is it helping him to do as well? It is helping him to also prioritize time for things that are important to him. So some of these things that we do, we don't know that they are lessons. They are lessons. So if you're doing the negative, the child is picking up negativity directly from you. If you're doing the positive, the child is picking up positivity directly from you. So I don't pick those calls until he goes to school. If there is somebody with us that will, drive him off to school, fine. Then I can now come and attend to whatever calls or messages that they were. If there is nobody until I drop him in school, I will not attend to that phone. That is how I have, built that system around myself. So there is no moment that we don't have a connection. There is no moment we don't have a connection. You could say, okay, what about the times that you're out of town? When I'm out of town, the child understands. And, I brought him up in such a way that he can absorb my absence. Whether mom and dad are around or not, the child remains who he is. That is how to parent a wholesome kid. That's how to parent a wholesome child. The child does not freak out because mom is not around. And do we lose our bonding moments? Oh, no. Now, I tell you a story. There was this time, I traveled, and that travel was about a week. So by the time I came back, his home books, not the school books that come home for assignment, but his home activity books. So I was going through what he did during that week I was away, to see if he kept to the things we were doing. So whilst flipping through, so let's say this is one of the books. So while flipping through his work, I saw a place where he wrote me and mama. I saw me and mama. I looked at it. I didn't understand what it meant. So I went on again. On the next page, somewhere, I saw again. It was, tucked by the corner like this. Me and mama. Okay. Then on another page, the third page now, and I saw me and so what was this? So I had to call the child. I beckoned to him. He came. I said, I've been seeing this. What does it? He said, hey, my son is very dramatic. Hey, mama. Anywhere you see me and mama, it means I don't understand what they want me to do. So it's me and my mama that are going to solve this problem. I was shocked that he could even think that far. That, okay, as a child, I felt, okay, if you don't understand what you're supposed to do, then you just walk away. You just leave it and go, isn't it? But that the child could think that far to pencil it, that means he marks it to say, this I'm going to revisit, but I won't revisit it alone. I'm going to wait for my mom to come so that we do what we normally do together. Do you see? Do you see what I'm talking about? If I wasn't having time for his homework, for us to do those kind of works together, I can never come to his mind to pencil me down, me and mama. That not just that mama was going to do it, that we do it, we will do it together. Do you understand? So that's why I'm saying, find, if it's 10 minutes, it's okay. Your 10 minutes may not be to do the homework or his activities with him. It could just be 10 minutes of lying down on the bed and just playing. These children, they like us playing with them. They want to feel your presence. They want to know that you're there. It don't, on the other video, I was talking about providing unwavering support. And my I beamed the lights on attending their school functions, right? This is another part of providing support. You could just have that 10 minutes of chatting, be on the bed or on the couch, you guys are just chatting, or you're poking him or poking her with questions to tell you what went down in school and all of those things. Okay, that's how you can balance your work and your home. That's how you can balance your work and your home. Then struggle the third struggle that we all have together, that is common amongst us, is having to build up confident kids. This one, I'm not going to over labor it because we already have about two videos on this playlist, and I'm going to attach the link to two of them on this video as well, that talks fully about raising confident kids. I gave six tips on how to help our children come up with behaviors that turn out to put them out there as what, as confident kids. But you need to help them develop that confidence. You are the one that will do it. you, you are the one that will do it too. You are the one that will do it. So, like I said, on this third one, there's really nothing much to say. I encourage you to be more intentional with your children, be more intentional with your parenting. It is only an intentional parent that raises wholesome kids, that raises kids that are meant for nation building, that raises kids that, will have a voice in their generation. You don't just want to raise yet another child, you want to raise a child that will begin to have a voice, that will begin to have a voice from now, and then that voice will echo right into his adulthood, and he will begin to do that which he was created to do. Nobody was brought upon the surface of the earth to just be another person occupying God's earth. No, we are all created with purpose, definitions. We are all created with values. We are all created to come and solve a problem upon the surface of the earth. And if we are not guided well, if your parenting is skewed, if your parenting is watered down, maybe the way you were parenting is the same way you want to parent. See you now. Do you do you like how you are? Eh? Do you like what you are at this moment? If you like what you are at this moment and you feel, if it was anything better, if your parenting was anything better, you would not have been better than what well, then do as you like. But from this end, I would always tell you, your children need you, and do not be overwhelmed by the struggles of parenting, because it is not just cut out for you alone. Like I said, these three struggles are struggles that we all face. The number four, the number five, the number six may be individual and personality problems. But you see, these first three I mentioned, they are common to all of us. So do not overwork yourself. If you liked this content and you've watched up to this moment, then you have already decided within yourself to be a, a parent who will raise a wholesome kid. So congratulations to you. do well to put your thumbs on this video, on this channel. Subscribe, share to that parent, yes, another parent, your friend, your sister, your brother, whoever that you think may benefit from this video. Okay, let us build a community from now. Let us build a community that will see to it that our children become better adults, that their own generation will not be crying foul the way we are crying. Because I tell you, what we are saying today in our generation is the ill-fitted parenting of so many years ago. Okay, so please do subscribe. Drop your comments. Drop your comments. And I always say, even your constructive criticisms are welcome here, because I don't know it all. I'm also open to learning. So if you have anything you want to say to me, I am just a message away from you, and be rest assured that I will answer or talk to you via a video like this. Or my email is also on this channel. So please let us build a community that we can look back in future and be proud of that. Yes, indeed, I am raising a wholesome kid, because I am a wholesome parent.